You're watching Chic Innovator. Stay tuned for fascinating topics, fascinating people that have style and are innovative. You're watching Chic Innovator. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. Hi everybody, Chic Innovator. We're going to give you a behind the scenes look at our annual tea for Pivoting in Heels. Pivoting in Heels is a non-for-profit that we started 6 or 7 years ago, but this is the 5th year that we do the high tea at London House. So I want to give you a little behind the scenes of the event that we do for our high tea event that is benefiting Pivoting in Heels. This year, the event was titled The Mad Hatter. We kept saying it was all about the hat. And one of the things that we do leading up to the event about a month and a half beforehand is we start giving suggestions for attire. This year, we gave a lot of suggestions of what to wear as headgear. Everything from fascinators to hats to what you could do with your own hair or very simple things. We love it and people seem to love it as well. So we are very excited about it because people plan for this event about a month and a half in advance. And here we're going to show you how we plan for it as well. And so this is before anybody came in. You want to take a kind of a look at the whole room. We're very, very excited about today. Some of the table settings are so beautiful. My executive assistant, Nikki, and her mom actually got together and did them. We're expecting quite a few guests. Majority of them are going to be these beautiful ladies. The name of the event is Mad Hatter. So it's going to be all about the hat or whatever they're wearing on their head. But we're also going to get a little bit more intense. At each table, we're going to talk about creativity and imagination, because isn't that what the Mad Hatter was kind of about? Alice in Wonderland, so to speak. But we're going to talk about the benefits of it, how it can help so many people in so many different ways. Hoping to have a really fun day. We're going to give you a little bit behind the scenes on how all of this was put together with a lot of love for each individual that's coming today. So here's a little behind the scenes. It had been cold in Chicago for a couple of days. It's April and just didn't know what was going to happen with the day. That morning I had actually woken up and prayed that we would get a little sunlight right at 5 p.m., which we did. But I had also purchased a heater just to make sure that we had a little heat when everybody went out on the terrace after the event was over. Why? Because we want to take as many pictures as possible, which is what everyone did. And here are our two volunteers, Sasha and Renee, actually trying to put the heater together. We had to get a screwdriver from the hotel. Anyway, it all worked out. The sun came out and we had a wonderful day and lots of pictures. So I think in back of us you could see that the tea's doing very well. We did a great exercise. We kind of called it the Mad Hatter exercise, where we had everybody draw something at their table to bring out their creativity and imagination. Different topics like love, like hope, what does that mean to you? And then now we're going to get to hear from the different tables what that means to them. Kind of pushing the buttons a little bit because we want people to use creativity and imagination to better their lives, to get more creative, but also it can help them through depression with teams. On a corporate level, it can help them to be more strategic, to work as teams. So there's a little madness behind everything that we're doing, and we're having a great time.
loved discussing creativity. I think as we get older and as we get more stressed, we lose our childlike qualities and we lose having fun and we lose that creative ability and just that freedom to sort of be ourselves and be young again and let our brain and our heart, sort of think together. And so our table was fabulous. We talked about courage, and one of the things that kept coming up at my table was wanting to speak more. And what I noticed that even in their creativity, people would apologize for their drawings not being perfect. And so one of the things we highlighted was that as we're being creative, to not judge it and not have to have it be perfect, because that's not where wellness lies, is in perfections. Wellness lies in our errors and in our failings. So I loved being able to be creative and be able to bring that to this event and talk about it with women who were very vulnerable. So it was a fabulous event and a fabulous topic.
When you look around, it's these women are like dressed and they're excited to be here and they're excited to share stories and I guess more support each other.
Bringing more awareness, trying to support as much as you can to give back to the community. So I can always get behind something like that, and especially for empowering women. I think just the organization that she has made is very impressive. Just amazed at everything that she's done, and I think it's cool that she keeps trying to give back.
To me, it's very important to come to these special events because this organization is supporting the women empowerment, and with our help, we can continue with that support. So I invite everybody to come to this type of events, and it's every year during the month of April, and it's a way to give back to the community as well.
As a Latina leader, I believe in the importance of empowering future Latina leaders. It's important to have mentors, it's important to have guidance, in order to have the women who are here today here to support together the growth of more Latina leaders. That's the only way we can grow our community.
I'm very honored to be here today. This is my second year attending this event. I love the mission of supporting young women and providing jobs and internships. I'm also an executive director of a young empowerment organization where we support middle school and high school girls. So I feel like this is just a great pipeline, the next step, the next generation. I love what Arabelle does. She practices the talk, and she is the most supportive woman that I know. So it's only fitting to come and support this organization that she founded.
And I think that's part of what Pivoting in Heels does, is it allows women to reach across to each other to just help each other get a little bit further and help achieve kind of those dreams, the visions, the things that they're hoping to aspire to do.
So I have to tell, okay, Chic Innovator, I have to tell you, I'm always putting my daughter on the spot, always. And she confessed to me one day that she really doesn't like to do this. But you know what? My dad used to do it to me all the time. As you know, your grandfather. That's great. He used to put me on the spot, and he had a live Spanish TV program. And he used to take me kind of kicking and screaming. You're much calmer than I am. But I think it prepared me for so many things. So just thank me because I'm preparing you for
that. I'm glad we're continuing the family tradition.
The family tradition of torture. No. So we finished Chic Innovator. And I know you have some questions, and I get to tell you kind of how we did some of the things.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, so we did the high tea event, the Mad Hatter High Tea. We just finished, so would love to hear a little bit about how you think the event went, and maybe we can dive in more from there.
Well, I think it went really well. I mean, I was really excited. We had a full house. I know last year you chaired this because I wasn't well,
yes.
And you got to chair it, and You know, a lot of it is because of our team. Behind the scenes, we have a lot of meetings, we have volunteers, we have our interns, and then our staff, and we meet several times. So the idea is, very frankly, that I shouldn't have to be here as I wasn't last year, and it should run like clockwork. And so I'm very grateful to our team, but there were a lot of little things that we did. So tell me, like, how did you like the whole concept of the Mad Hatter?
Well, yeah, loved seeing everyone's absolutely wonderful, really cool hats. A lot of people went all out, either put together their own designs or had some really incredible cool hats that they brought in today. But was there a reason that came about, or?
So actually, and she's like staring at us right now, but her name is Judy. She's a good friend of mine. And we were gonna go to this Alice in Wonderland tea. So she had told me about this one tea, and then we didn't go for many reasons. Number one, it was too expensive, people. It was not done here at London House. But anyway, I started thinking about that, and I thought, okay, Alice in Wonderland, we're not gonna do that, but what could be something fun? You know, every year we pick a theme. And then I thought the Mad Hatter, but from the perspective of, we really emphasize people wearing wonderful hats or headgear. And as many of you know, if you follow us, you know, we'd see we were giving suggested attire. But deeper than that is the whole concept of creativity and imagination. And then I started doing all the research on it, which I told you about, and, you know, found that it's really something that's very important for people's mental health. And that's what we're all about with Pivoting in Heels. We try to empower women and give them tools that they can use to enhance their mental health and well-being. So it all came together very creatively. We didn't, as you know, announce anything till here. We did have the table leaders and what we called madrinas, which were leaders at each table that I talked to ahead of time, and they knew how to manage the tables. But it was really great because it was an exercise in creativity and imagination. We gave everybody different ideas, and they had 5 minutes to draw something with them. It turned out really well. I think people had fun with that. It was fantastic. We wanted something that wasn't the norm, something that people would have to think about, but also something that's very important in people's life. Like, what does hope represent for you? What does love represent for you? Some of those things, such as peace, happiness, it's these things that we would like people to have in their lives. But a lot of times you can't have what you want if you haven't thought about it or created it. And so that was the kind of concept behind it. I kind of came up with the games for the tables, but they really worked out well. So we are also really grateful to all of our sponsors. Of course, we're grateful to London House because they host us here and they do such a wonderful job. Everyone that worked there on that day did such a fantastic job. And then we also had HPH, which is Humboldt Park Health, because they supported us. We're very grateful to them and all the work that they do. It was wonderful to have their representatives there on that day. And don't forget, June 6th is their huge gala, and it is an incredible honor for me to be the MC for it. Hopefully you can join us. We almost covered everything except, of course, the raffles. We had a lot of raffle items, and we were so grateful for everybody who participated in that. And we had a lot of people win some wonderful gifts, and thank you again to those that contributed to that. Thank you also to some of the men that joined us, those fearless men. I think they had a great time too. And most importantly, those wonderful, wonderful women that come together. Many of these women are doing incredible things in their lives, and they come to this event. They get together, they network, they connect. Then they connect and do more great things together. I've seen so many relationships develop throughout the years, some from this high tea event that we do, also from Runway Latinx. And it's wonderful for me because that's what we want to do. We want to bring women together to build a great network and to grow and to continue to do some wonderful things as partners. So it's really great.
Building out that community more and more.
Yes. So we love that, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, it was a great
event.
event.
You got to enjoy.
Yes, this year got to participate.
You got to participate. You got to relax a little bit. So anyway, and thanks to everybody who supports Pivoting in Heels, and thank you for being with us on Chic Innovator.
Yes.
Thanks for watching Chic Innovator. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free.